Hello and welcome to Fresh Face Comics, the comic book podcast, our lifelong comic book reader, guys that's run through the world of comics for the first time. My name is Joey Morgan, the aforementioned lifelong reader. With me as always is Jacob Licklider, the aforementioned newbie.
What percentage of this episode do we think is just going to be unintelligible consonant sounds?
A significant portion, I should imagine. And why
A
might
lot.
why might
There's a
Jacob be
lot.
asking this? Why might Jacob be asking this? You may be asking yourself. Why, it is of course because we are covering the final volume of Grant Morrison's Action Comics with Action Comics at the End of Days, or rather, it should be Superman at the End of Days, because that's clearly what the full title is meant to be, as it says in the issues. But just the proper titles of stories get confusing sometimes, especially when you have a book titled that technically has two titles. It's Superman Action Comics. So it should just be Action Comics. Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, we're finishing Grant Morrison's Action Comics today, though. We've got 6 issues to cover today, 6 backups, all kinds of fun in between there. I guess hopping into our non-spoiler section first, as always, Jacob, what is Action Comics at the End of Days about?
Uh, so Grant Morrison is mad at the New 52 for
Mm,
existing.
do tell.
So it's decided, hey, let's just do as weird. Let's get as weird as I can and do a story that's, uh, in a way, about stories. Like there's the power of stories, the power of fairy tale specifically, as well as the power of Superman as a myth.
Mm,
Uh, like I found this last leg of their Action Comics run to be the most in conversation with All Star Superman, but also
mm. I think also most in conversation with Final Crisis as well. I think is a valid comparison in the
there's
way
a
that
lot of there's a lot
in
there's
the
a
way
lot
that
of
Morrison examines the narrative there as well.
but also in conversation with the Silver Age. Like
Yeah, yeah.
I think there is, and I think we've probably both been guilty of it on this very podcast, of almost deriding the Silver Age entirely when probably we shouldn't, because oh, it's goofy and it's outdated and it's
I like my
weird.
Goofy. I like my
Yeah,
Goofy
but
Silver Age.
like uh, there's a tendency to be like, oh, it's silly. It's where comics got silly and the only interesting stuff was happening at Marvel, and that's just patently false.
Mhm.
DC was doing interesting stuff too. DC was
Absolutely.
doing some weird stuff.
Oh God, yeah.
Um,
Absolutely. 100%. But also the Silver Age is the birth of so many iconic DC things in general. I mean, fuck, like Hal Jordan, Barry Allen,
the Justice League, the
exactly.
Justice
Huge
League.
huge DC concepts and characters that come from a relatively goofy era of comics. But also the goofiness is the charm, and it's okay to love those things and recognize their inherent silliness. And Morrison is a lover of all those things. It is a book that is willing to this volume is a book that is willing to face those things head on and make a really interesting narrative in relation to it that I just find really fucking cool. There's a lot to enjoy here, and also of course I mean it. This thing always happens with Grant Morrison's Action Comics that is very easy to overlook. Charlie Fish's
I was
backups.
gonna say we need to bring
Uh,
up Charlie
Can we remember
Fish.
Charlie Fish? Yeah, I know we did plenty of that last time we covered Morrison's Action Comics, but like Charlie Fish is a huge part of this run, a really huge part of this run. Love the backups.
Yeah, makes honestly, I'd argue makes the run. Like,
Just adds that extra
w-
little bit of man, dare I say
without
humanity
the
to Morrison's weirdness.
take some of Morrison's sort of humanist subtext and makes it more explicit text, perhaps.
Yeah, yeah,
So I don't want to say like Morrison doesn't have humanity
yeah.
in
Well,
the core of the story that they're telling.
yeah. The thing I often notice with the Charlie Fish backups is always that like Morrison is dealing with these is always Morrison Morrison is always dealing with these huge concepts in their action comics, action comics especially huge things, huge cast of characters, huge plots, and Charlie Fish just says, "Hey, I'm gonna take one of those things and just tell an individual story about that one thing and make that thing really important. I know you're dealing with this huge thing, you've got a huge cast of characters going on, but can I just take one of them and make the reader really love them for 8 pages, and it really it does wonders for the run. It
And then,
really does.
and specifically, it's always ones that's tying into it's tying into the issue that it's featured in.
Yeah,
Like it
yeah.
is.
Like the backups aren't just wacky side adventures, with a character that you might have seen once or twice. There's a meaningful story that ties into the main issue as well going on there, and it's always really nice. But yeah, there's always good stuff there. I enjoy it. Anything else to cover in non spoilers before we hop into Blue Sky questions?
Um, it's if you haven't read the thing, go do it.
Yes, agreed.
Track down the
Um,
Omni because I think it actually enhances reading for this volume and the two previous volumes uh issue backup instead of
The trades are
the
so good.
trades.
I have all the trades, man. They always put all the backups at the end of the volume altogether. So you read like the main 6 issues, and then the 6 backups at the end of the volume. It's a weird experience. You don't want to do it.
Yeah, it's weird. It is
Yeah,
it is wild. Also, feels great to be ending a Superman like a second Superman run proper.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. We have done the damn thing. Very cool stuff. But let's get into some Blue Sky questions. Kicking off with the bit, as always. First off, from our friend Kian at Kian the Quark says Grant Morrison question mark with a picture of the bald 11th Doctor from the time of the Doctor from Doctor Who. Oh man, I didn't need to be reminded that existed. Let's see. Next, our friend Jamie at Jamie Dash Season 7 says Action Comics question mark with a picture of a magazine called TV Action with John
yeah.
Pertwee, the third Doctor, on the cover.
This was the comic magazine that early Doctor Who comics were in during the 70s.
Oh,
Like
okay. I never knew the name of it. Okay,
yeah. That's what this is.
cool.
The strip was literally
Um,
called Doctor Who and the Daleks, even if the Daleks didn't appear,
that's
because
amazing. I love that.
yeah.
Next up, our friend Thomas at Duck Whiskers on Blue Sky says "End of Days?" question mark with a picture of that fucking big CGI monster from fucking the end of the Torchwood series 1 finale, End of Days. Another thing I did not need to be reminded existed. Fuck. And then lastly, for the bit, our friend Sean Franco at Sean Franco says Grant Morrison question mark with a picture of a comic cover that says Grant Morrison's Doctor Who. I don't think Grant Morrison ever wrote the Seventh Doctor, though, did they?
No, they did. They did. The Culture Shock. Culture Shock.
Oh yes.
It's like yeah. It's a one and done.
I had
Fair.
forgotten. I had forgotten about that.
It is one of
Um,
these stronger things of A Cold Day in Hell. Um, I kind of
I
wish they
mean,
were given more than one issue to explore the ideas in it because they're really interesting. Um,
yeah. I don't know. Everyone just read Grant Morrison's Sixth Doctor stuff. Yeah.
both those are great. Read
Um,
the World Shapers. The World Shapers
World
is
Shapers is good.
oh so good.
Let's. Oh yeah. Next up are on actual questions. Sean Franco. Well, I say actual questions. Sean Franco says the new 52, or if you want to compute the factorial, the new. I'm not reading off this fucking number. It is a huge
It
ass
is
number here.
it is a I tried to look up uh what it what I if I could do it and I can't. It's
No, you can't.
too
You
I
cannot. It
my
cannot
I
happen.
think we're at like the power that's times 10 it's like 8 to the power of 68 times 10 to the power of 68
Okay.
is the number. Um I know it's not a I know we're still not a Google, but like it's a big number.
Yeah. Gotcha.
I'm not
Um,
a I'm not a
I
math person.
see. I
It's
was a math person, but this still means nothing to me. Um. Anyway, next up, our friend Jamie submits, "How much more like Grant Morrison have both of you become since you last read something by them?" See, I don't know how much I want to be like an AI lover, personally.
yeah, I was
So
gonna say that's
yeah,
gonna annoy. I mean,
I don't know if I want
basically,
that.
Joey, I think you became more bald.
Was
or
I? Oh no, I wasn't bald yet when we did last did action. Fuck no. Oh damn.
or
Oh wait, no, wait. Was I bald by Final Crisis? I might have
I
been.
don't remember. You might have been. You might have
What month
been.
was that in? What month did the episode come out in?
Uh, I'm not sure.
I'm gonna find out
Um,
right now because I will
I
be able to answer this question once I
I
find that
am
out.
I
Uh,
am pulling up my spreadsheet.
Vamp.
Uh,
Let's see. Let's see.
June. June of
June.
25.
I was bald then.
The
Okay, cool.
worst!
So yes,
Okay,
I was.
cool.
So no, I'm no more or less like Grant Morrison than I was back then. Thankfully. So, um,
I don't know, more humanist, I guess, in my approach to things, I guess, in the last over a year. I don't know. I
yeah.
don't
Well,
know.
to be fair, we did also cover another Grant Morrison thing in the meantime for those that watch Fresh
Yes,
One Shots.
we
With
did.
their Deadpool Batman story, which is cool. So, great story if you haven't read it.
Yeah,
But
no,
yeah.
they're releasing
Um,
it in trade in a trade. They're releasing those in trades, I think.
as they
Uh,
should, as they should.
yeah, as they
Um,
should.
hi. Let's see. Next up, we have a set of questions from our friend Mason at the GD256. One, which Superman is your least favorite live action? I mean, the correct answer is Dean Cain, right?
I was gonna say that's easy,
That's
Dean
just it.
Cain.
There's no contest there. It's just Dean Cain. Let's see. Two, what would be your immediate first decision if you were given control of DC Comics? Million Green Lantern books. So many Green Lantern books. I would make Green Lantern a cornerstone of the DC universe like he was back during the New 52. We need that again. We need so many Green Lantern books. And also give Constantine an ongoing again, please. That's it.
I would try to rehire Karen Berger as an editor. Like
Yes, yes. Oh my god.
try to get us
Is
new
she
creatives.
is she still working though?
I don't think so. She might have retired. Ask her to come out of retirement.
Go out of retirement, produce I don't know a rad Swamp Thing miniseries or something.
A Swamp Thing miniseries. Get get Mr. Terrific a book because like
mm,
I feel like you could do something with Mr. Terrific.
yeah,
He could headline a book
yeah.
like an ongoing.
If
But
anyone would end the streak of no black led ongoing DC books, it would be Karen Berger. It would, uh,
it would be her.
it would be her.
She'd
It
do
would
it.
be her. Yes, she would.
And Denny O'Neil might do it, but he's dead.
Yeah,
So
yeah. This is true. Let's see. Three. What makes this comic stand out compared to others? The fact it's written by Grant
uh,
Morrison.
humanism, the
I mean, especially among the time period. I don't think there was any New 52 book like this coming out. Um,
no, mm, the commit to telling a story, damning whatever editorial and Dan DiDio was bringing down the line.
mhm.
Um, like that's
This is all, of course, while they were being taken off the book. So,
yeah, no, it's look, if
well,
Morrison's going out swinging.
yeah,
Like,
of course, yeah, going out with style. Yeah. And then four, and our last question for today: how does this volume end the run? Satisfyingly. And also, if you want to
oh my
find out the
god.
specifics, stick around for
Yeah,
spoilers.
honestly, by examining the concept of the new 52, like
Mm,
in a way we're examining the concept of the new 52 and just the reboot in general,
mhm.
like um and the fact that like the reboot came in specifically and it shook Superman up to his core, like introduced as not being with Lois initially, like
Yeah,
which is wild. Um the last big reboot before this killed off a lot of Superman characters, like
yeah,
wrote them
yeah.
out of history.
Hmm.
Morrison's like, all right, fine, fine, we're rebooting. I'm gonna make sure Crypto's here.
Hmm.
I'm
Oh
gonna make
god. Oh,
sure
I love that Morrison does crypto. Oh my god, so good.
I'm gonna make sure we get. I'm gonna try to create. All right, fine. You don't want some classic stuff. I'm gonna give you something new and equally weird, and
Hmm.
be especially obtuse with it.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I Grant Morrison's not a writer who's difficult to follow. They're a writer that's difficult to process.
Yes, I can agree with that. Definitely.
Um, like the events happen, um, but they ask the reader uh, very, very specifically. They're asking the reader, like with Final Crisis, to engage more than just reading the words on the page, actually thinking about it, like don't just read this for pleasure, read it to get down to what are they trying to actually say. They also definitely want to like tribute things that they love.
Yep.
Um
Oh yeah.
like there's an entire issue in here that's a tribute to like Edgar Rice Burroughs style pulp fiction, specifically John Carter,
Mhm.
and vaguely Doctor Who.
Yes,
Like,
because again, Grant Morrison is a Doctor Who fan, and it's so good. But yeah, there's a lot to talk about here. Very excited to get into the nitty gritty of it. But in the meantime, first off, we have, if I may, hop into Fresh Face Correspondence. This is the part of the show
yes,
where we read out your questions. Yes, your questions. You that are listening to this right now, any questions or any comments that you may have for us, any videos we put out, be it on the main episodes, on any podcast platforms, or on our Fresh Face One Shots on the YouTube channel. We'll read them out here. This comment comes from our last episode on YouTube for Brightest Day Volume 3 and the Green Lantern tie-ins. Our friend Zach Jags is back once again. Hi, Zach. Saying the obvious question: thoughts on the Supergirl movie? I'm tempted to watch as due to your podcast, my interest in Superman has been piqued. Bought my first Superman comic, Rebirth. Very cool. Assuming Rebirth. Assuming you mean the
the,
Puget Tomasi Patrick Gleason stuff. Very cool. That's an awesome place to start. Unless of course you mean Birthright, which is also possible. Birthright is also a fantastic place to start. But also yeah, Supergirl movie. I enjoyed it. We have a
I
bonus
enjoyed it
episode.
as well. I've got some issues with it. I think it's far better than certain hyper zeitgeist around it has been.
Mhm.
If you want full thoughts,
Yeah,
next Monday we're
yeah, but
releasing a
yeah,
bonus episode.
bonus episode coming
Um,
out. Yeah, in between this episode and our next episode, and the Monday in between, yeah, we're doing a bonus episode, or it's already recorded. Our bonus episode of Supergirl is out. But yeah, I like it. I think you should definitely check it out. But if you want more in-depth thoughts, they are most definitely there. So do that. And also, there's a pretty great rant at the end of that
it's
review.
evolved into you ranting a lot,
I
and it's
it does, it really does. Mostly good things.
you have been in the last few weeks particularly angry about art
It's
in a very fun way,
it's a
like a very
good thing.
good way.
It's a good thing to be passionate about. But yeah, a bonus episode coming out on Monday. The oh god, what is it? The 20th. Yeah, Monday the 20th.
Yes, yes,
Um,
I can do dates.
we can do dates. We can do math. But yeah. Before we hop into our spoiler section, I just want to say a small announcement, or not even a small announcement, a pretty big announcement for the show. Before we hop into spoilers, and before some people, I'm sure, tune out. I just wanted to let people know that starting with our upcoming Marvel block, that'll be with episode 126. So episode 125 is our last DC episode for this current block. Episode 126 is the start of the next Marvel block. With that episode, we are going to be switching the podcast release schedule from every other Monday to every 3 Mondays. That's just to give us a little bit more time in between, just to be a little bit more kind to our editing and recording schedule for that matter. And realistically,
Yeah, I've noticed, especially we've both also been getting busy, like
yeah, we get
really
busy.
busy.
We do a lot of things, and yeah, I just it's been a lot. We've been doing every other Monday for 4.5 years straight. So yeah, just taking some time back. It will really help us out in order to
Yeah.
keep up with things.
I think we
And still
committed to at
produce.
least a year. I think we committed to at least a year on the schedule to see where like how we take it, and then go
Mhm.
from there.
But yeah,
Um,
that'll be for the foreseeable future. And also realistically, like I've also been putting out a thing every single Monday because we do also do the Star Trek TOS commentaries on Patreon. Those come out on the opposite Mondays of this. So basically, what will happen is those will also be going every 3 weeks. So it'll be after episode 125 comes out. There'll be an off Monday in there. The Monday after will be a TOS commentary on Patreon, and then the Monday after that will be the next episode. So basically, it'll be like I'm only taking one Monday off realistically, release wise. In between all these different things. So yeah, just
but
let everyone know what's
an
going on.
extra week can do wonders.
Indeed, indeed, yeah. So much needed restraint, and also it will allow us to continue to produce a what I hope is a high quality conversation for you guys every single episode. Keeping that
And
momentum up
one shots
is
are still staying one shots.
yeah, absolutely
Yeah.
nothing else in the channel is changing. Nothing else Patreon reward wise is changing. Nothing else in the channel release wise is changing. Just those two things, just Fresh Face Comics and the TOS commentaries on Patreon. That's all. We'll keep reiterating this for the next few episodes for those that are not tuning into this right now. So just to keep you guys up to date with all that. But in the meantime, we're going to hop into spoilers in a moment. If you're not sticking around for spoilers, be sure to, wherever you're listening to us on, leave a comment, a rating, subscribe, etc. And submit some stuff for correspondence if you want. Also check out our Patreon. I'm sure a full ad for that will be at the end of this. But also, hey, any and all support over there goes a really long way. But yeah, more on that at the end of the episode. But if you're not sticking around for spoilers, hop to the end of the episode to find out what we're covering next time on the podcast for episode 124. I'm very excited.
I am putting my eggs in one basket.
I know you are, and we'll see. We'll see if it pays off. We'll see if it pays off.
I hope it does. I
We
hope it
shall see.
does.
We shall
If,
see.
I mean, here's the thing. I know it's a continuation of something we've started, and I've been
This is
enjoying
true.
pretty much every run that we've started. I think,
I think so. Yeah, I don't think there's anything that you
like
haven't.
yeah,
I don't think there's anything that you would dislike us continuing. So,
yeah,
yeah.
I'm God, I'm trying to, yeah, no, yeah,
Unless you've been hiding something from me.
yeah. Actually, I
You
hate
hate. You hate.
Batman.
I,
I
I,
hate Batman.
I thought the joke was going to be that you hate Alan Moore Swamp Thing.
I don't even look. The problem with that, if with even making that joke, that might turn the eyes of Alan Moore onto me, and I
this is
don't.
this is true. I did see a fucking clip recently, a very recent clip of Alan Moore talking about having like the ability to like kill people with a thought and how he'd used that on the president, and I thought that was just a really great thing for him to say. It's just like I'm not sure if he's aware of all the wizard jokes that people ascribe to him.
Oh, he's aware. Alan Moore, despite being an older man, I think Alan Moore's on the internet. That man knows.
I'm
He
not sure he
knows.
is, to be honest. I don't know.
If he's not, his daughter definitely is.
Mm, that would do it. I can see Alan Moore getting kind of the Scorsese treatment.
I was gonna say
Minus,
it's a Francesca Scorsese situation.
yeah, minus the AI, hopefully.
Minus the AI.
God,
Oh,
fucking, oh God, so mad. Anyway, before another rant begins, let's hop into
if you
spoilers.
actually, if you'd like to hear Joey's rant on AI,
Yes. Oh my God.
fresh faced extras. This episode we talked about
Yeah. We talked about AI,
AI.
me writing things, and just writing in general, and how much
Joey's trying to get me to write a book. It's not
yes,
going to happen.
You never know. You never know. It could happen. It could happen one day. You never know. So yeah, go to our Patreon to check out our extra segment for this episode because I thought it was really cool, really insightful, and there's a lot to talk about there. So, all right, consider this your official spoiler warning as we hop into the final volume of Action Comics by Grant Morrison with Action Comics number 13. Hopping right in. This might be my favorite issue of this volume, actually.
I don't know if I can pick a favorite issue, but I love the way I just love the opening narration
Mm,
of it was Halloween on the planet Krypton, although no one knew and no one had ever called it that.
yeah. Oh God.
But if Halloween is the night when the door between the seen and the unseen worlds open wide, then that night was Halloween on Krypton.
That's oh yeah. Good stuff. Really
Immediately,
good.
Morrison is playing with myth, and we're also going to examine the fact that the Phantom Zone is just kind of fucked up.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like
And also pretty much do the opening of Superman 1978, which is kind of fun.
except except not with a war criminal, with a mad scientist doctor because it's Halloween.
Yeah.
And we're going to use that trope instead. And I love this. So this is Dr. Zadu,
Mhm.
um, who is a villain, um, and like who's going to become an important presence in this volume. It,
Mhm.
in a way that
Yeah. We have Jor-El banishing him to the Phantom Zone in this flashback. We see him disappearing among the people.
and
I do love the visualization of when he's sent there of him like among the regular crowd of people as he sees them for the last time on Krypton. It's just a cool visual. And again, also just I like when someone can exemplify how horrifying the Phantom Zone actually is. Cool stuff.
and the silver lining is that they'll allow him to be up for parole in 20 years. The
You know
That's the good news.
that long prosperous
Bad
future
news is
that Krypton has.
Krypton kind of exploded.
Yeah. Didn't quite make it those 20 years. But flash forward to the present day, and hey, maybe those 20 years are finally up. Um, and
Well,
Superman,
at this point, it's actually 40 years.
yes,
Because 20 years was the day Krypton exploded,
hmm
and now 20 years later, it is Halloween once again.
hmm
Um, and the years have not been kind to poor Zadu.
love this design as he appears in the Fortress of Solitude. This fucking burning corpse of a thing with chains
with
coming off of him.
chains, like
Yeah, yes, it's a whole Halloween thing, but also this is Marley from Christmas
I was gonna
Carol.
say, this is
So, um,
every chain you forge in life, Kal-El.
yes,
I can I also say,
not help by the title of the story, which is "The Ghost in the Fortress of Solitude." I do like that.
I also love just the way the ghost story tropes are just being used so well. Like we see the design for a panel, and then he's gone, and Superman's just looking in the mirror.
Yeah.
Um, and it's dark, it's quiet. Travel Foreman is the artist on this on the main story of this issue,
Mhm.
with colors by Brad Anderson.
Mhm.
And the use of just so many blacks for all the shadows, part of its inks, part of its colors,
Yeah,
really stark,
it's very
really, really good for a spooky ghost story.
yeah. And then the color palette kind of changes when Clark eventually finds this mirror into the Phantom Zone, and
And also Morrison decides, I love Sherlock Holmes. I'm just going to quote Hound of the Baskervilles, the paw
yes,
prints
yes,
of a gigantic hound.
pretty
Um,
fun. And of course, of course, one can only get excited when we see paw prints in relation to Superman, because we know who's coming. But inside this Phantom Zone here, I love the visualization of the different sort of like ghostly like spirits of people that exist inside here. There's even a little Zod reference with the Neo before. We get these little speech bubbles here. Also Jack Sir, which is a great call out as well.
and
I like.
Ursa gets
Yep.
mentioned. Like
Yep.
it's
Yeah.
you get the sense that Grant Morrison just kind of loves everything Superman. Like
Of course.
even the
Of
stuff
course.
that contradicts the other stuff. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
um,
It's great. Great stuff. Um, we once again see Zadu, um, who has cleaned himself up a little bit from those chains that we saw him in last time. Um,
still a mummy, and
Still a mummy. Um, as he watches over Superman traversing the Phantom Zone, um, Superman is continuing to follow these paw prints, and we get this again. I just love the way these ghostly figures are drawn throughout all of this until the eventual reveal of Crypto inside here that I really enjoy. I also just love the way Travel Foreman draws Crypto. There's something just I don't know, just especially sweet about this version of the dog, and I like him. But yeah, we also get a Phantom Stranger appearance, which is really
yeah,
interesting.
yeah. Well, this is the Phantom Zone.
Of course,
Um,
yeah, of course. Phantom Stranger appearance as Clark finds Crypto. We get this conversation with Zadu as he attempts to make his escape from the Phantom Zone. And Clark, of course, escapes before him, taking Crypto with him, or at least as best he can in trying to get him out of here. Um, uh, Oh, sorry. This last sort of like moment when he like pulls him out of here, doesn't actually get Crypto out of here. I love the little like ending to this issue before, of course, our little teaser at the end here of them in space together. Very sweet moment.
very, very
Um,
sweet. It's also just it's, so much of these individual issues. The stories are really simple. Like
yeah,
they're really simple. Um, like this one's point is that in the end, good is stronger than evil. Um,
mhm.
and we're going to be playing with that idea, and you know that you there is a like there's Morrison's almost playing with the concept that good and evil are separate things. Like
Mhm.
Morrison doesn't there isn't a gray morality. There's just good and there's evil. One is going to beat the other in the end. May take some time, but it's there.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Um, and then of course we get a little last page teaser at the end here with our mysterious imp character as he contacts Zadu, and we will get more into that as the volume goes along. But
because he's been making deals with
yes,
lots of people,
indeed,
um, and I been making deals since the beginning. Like he's been here since the beginning of the run. Like
hmm
this is it's very weird because it's clear Morrison had a complete story to tell over the course of these 18 issues,
hmm
and I don't think that story was ever really compromised.
no, no, I
Um,
don't think so.
like
I think Morrison could
uh,
have done more if given more issues.
given more issues,
Yeah.
but
But no, there's a nice, satisfying story here that Morrison gets to tell like a beginning, middle, and end of, and it's good.
it's good. It's
Um,
good.
yeah.
And of
Uh,
course, the back of that
I,
that
a boy and
accompanies
his
this first.
dog. I love
It's
his
a point.
fandom so much. It's so good. Oh, it's so sweet. Um,
I love this idea of if we can't, if Morrison can't have crypto from the beginning, they're gonna put him in the Phantom Zone
yeah,
and make him play literally a ghost.
yeah. It's such a cool idea of crypto literally being there from the beginning, getting stuck in the Phantom Zone, and then these beautiful images of this ghost dog following Clark throughout his entire life. Um, we see him first at like Ma and Pa Kent's graves. We see him like following Clark as he like moves into a new place. Him being there with Superman during all of his battles throughout Morrison's run so far. Sleeping with him. Again, it's just this really sweet little like ghostly image. It's
And very
adorable.
much, if we're still playing with the idea that you know, when at the times, mythologically speaking, where the veil between worlds is thin, we can get close to them meeting, and it's beautiful because like that's the implication with this final page that like
Yeah,
there are points where things can change in an instant. The veil between worlds can be is thinnest at midnight, and it's so sad and so
yeah.
happy at the same time.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Yeah, it's great stuff. Love that issue so much. We then go into Action Comics number 14. Um, and let's go full pulp. Let's go
let's
pulpy
go
bullshit.
full pulp, and we're also in the future.
We're in the
Like
future. We're way in the future. Yeah, yeah.
well, no, we're in the future. Way in the future is when we deal with the Legion stuff.
Yes.
Um,
Oh yeah. Yes. Yes. Yes.
here's the thing. There's past, present, future, super future. This is
Yeah.
normal future.
Normal future, a foreseeable future. But of course, we do still have Earth astronauts on Mars, and that's something that's
On the like the first manned mission to Mars to create a base, and something's gone wrong. Somehow, I love. Can I just say I love like Morrison's communicating with the Terror,
Mhm.
despite it's like the Terror is a machine construction machines from another world. They're tearing down and rebuilding everything. Like
Yes, incredibly silly.
incredibly silly. It's like it should not be scary.
This is one of those issues you could imagine with like a million more dialogue bubbles written by Gardner Fox. This is this is one of those things where It just totally fits in nicely with that Gardner Fox '60s era of DC. Really beautiful stuff. As Superman arrives to help, I love the way actually who's on this one? Rags Morales draws Superman. The lead up to Superman's introduction in this issue, these
Well,
little
we
like
never see him as Clark, which
yeah,
is
yes,
I find it fast. I think some of it is also there's a lot of Silver Age in this volume. The entire run is also very Golden Age, and now that I've read,
mm,
I think we've both read the same amount of Golden Age Superman.
I believe so.
I kind of appreciate this run even more now.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah. Um,
there's a lot of love there.
yeah, yeah,
For
definitely.
Superman being the main attraction.
Yeah. And God, I love the title page. I love the title page of this issue. It's one of my favorite Superman poses possibly ever. It's so good. Morales crushes it. And this is Superman's mission to Mars, as it is called, as he meets up with these astronauts on Mars.
And
And we
I'm
begin.
90% sure this is also the plot of the second Flash Gordon serial, at least partially. That's
That is
Flash Gordon's mission, or
hilarious. I
Flash
do not know
Gordon's
actually, but
trip
that's
to
hilarious.
Mars.
That's
Here's
fun.
the thing: I have only seen the first Flash Gordon serial,
Mm.
um, and well,
I've only ever seen the '80s movie.
I recently saw the '80s movie.
It's
It's
so
great.
fun. It's so fun.
It's good.
It's so
Hi,
good.
hi,
Uh,
young Timothy Dalton.
yes, yes. And Brian Blessed. Oh my God, he's so good. Um, uh, but yes. We have Superman here helping these astronauts figure out what is happening with these construction machines. We find out
That
they are
are
being
they're converting the air to carbon dioxide and sulfuric acid,
yes,
which is very much like, maybe they're from Venus. But we never say maybe they're from Venus, but that feels like that's the implication. Like there's just these lovely little like references to pulp science fiction throughout the entire thing.
yeah, yeah. Um,
Also some War of the Worlds references very obviously. And then, of course, we get the reveal of what they are, that they are called metallics,
yes.
specifically
See,
phonetically saying their names.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I like metallic, but also I kept saying because I like the way that the speech bubbles are drawn. With the metallic. I kind of say like kind of like Dalek at the end there. Metallic.
Metallic.
Yeah.
Which Dalek voice do we think Grant Morrison is trying to emulate the most?
The worst ones probably like Day of the Daleks or Dalek Invasion
I
or
was going to
something.
say David Graham. Like,
Okay, I can see that as well. I can see that as well.
like
Um,
either Graham or Skelton. Like,
mm.
definitely an early one. Um,
Yeah, yeah, definitely. But yeah, we have Metalek as this giant steamroller, essentially. This combination of construction vehicles, which is just so stupid and just the right amount of camp to like fit into this strange setting as Superman takes on this transformer of construction machines. Um, Gathering the astronauts together.
we do the basically pan back to the astronauts to describe what's happening.
Yes,
Um,
yeah.
like it's really fun. Um,
And
and
then a
of
bunch
course,
of
Superman being Superman is the one who's saving as many people as he can
yeah, yeah. Um
and trying to save some things.
yeah.
Uh,
Uh and after all is said and done, a bunch of golden flying angels attack Clark. It's
because yeah, they were the metallics. Were They've actually been running from something that destroyed their home planet called the
and
Multitude.
yes, and these
Uh,
are those things. Um
those things, clearly from a higher dimension,
yes.
uh,
They
shooting
all
into this dimension as
they also
angels.
they also eat metal, which obviously would be a big problem for metal things. Um and it interestingly like Superman kind of has to like flee initially from this conflict, and in fact the main conflict for this issue kind of doesn't get fully resolved. We're gonna come back to this in a later issue as as uh as first off these these multitude are sort of like swarming around here. Superman uses the power of electricity to send them away essentially, and
Yeah,
we
using
find
10 gigawatts. It's also very much this idea that like the multitude. It's not multiple things. It's also just one thing appearing as multiple things. Because the way the main story of the issue ends then is very quick wrap up.
and very open ended because again we're going to pick up on this later as
But it's
one of the
also
aspects.
very pulp wrap up. Like you could imagine a pulp story conflict ending with we run some electricity through them and it suddenly destroys the unknowable alien force. I'm 90% sure that's how the thing from another world ended. It's been a while since I've seen that film.
Um, but yeah, then like that problem is resolved, and then of course we get our serial cliffhanger of one of the astronauts being our extra dimensional imp, Superman recognizing this thing as he changes form, and it turns into a little devil imp thing, and reveals himself fully to Superman, and the issue ends there, and we don't pick up on that immediately. Because first off, we have a backup, but then also the next issue won't pick up on that immediately.
Yeah, we
We'll get
aren't
there.
gonna. Here's the thing: Morrison already tells you in this issue how the structure of this story has been. That it
Mhm.
has been us intruding on a story in progress, um, and seeing it from the outside. We aren't in the story uh,
Mhm.
until we are.
Mhm.
It's very weird. It's intentionally so.
Mhm.
Uh,
Uh, we then have the backup, which is the most 2012 thing imaginable.
it
Um,
is
yeah. So it starts off on Superman and Wonder Woman and Aquaman and the Justice League fighting off some reptile robot things. It's it's
from
a
a
fun,
from a different plane of reality.
as you
Um,
do.
but Superman has to go
He has to go meet Neil deGrasse Tyson.
because he's been invited to the Hayden Planetarium, which is the actual planetarium where Neil deGrasse Tyson is an expert of. It is
Look, it's this is actually a great backup, but it is just so funny.
it is a weird
It is
fucking
so funny.
like
For an actual as part of the title page for this, Starbright is the name of the story, but also to have on a Superman title page, special thanks to Dr. Neil deGrasse Tyson is so
yes.
fucking weird.
Oh
It's
my
so
gosh.
weird. Yeah, he's just here. He's here to meet Superman they're studying the stars as you do.
They have a telescope that's going to be seeing light um and
That is only just traveling to Earth, and that light is
yeah,
in
because
fact.
that's it. And the explanation is also like, I mean, Charlie Fish understands the way that Neil deGrasse Tyson speaks.
Yes. Oh, totally, totally. It's
Like
very easy to imagine him in this.
it is. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
no, that is the way that man sometimes over explain, not sometimes,
The,
just
the,
over explains shit. Like
they also have him perfectly dressed and perfectly drawn. This is drawn by Chris Sprouse, and it's just he just looks like the guy. It just I don't know. Again, it's an incredibly 2012 thing, but I do really love the sentiment of what this light traveling to Earth is,
yeah,
and
the
it's
sentiment is that
the it is the final image of Krypton's explosion. And it's a really cool idea, and just Clark kind of taking that in is the point of the story, and that's all it is. It's
it feels also very much in conversation with the opening narration of last issue, with the idea of Halloween doesn't happen on Krypton, but it's Halloween on Krypton.
yeah, yeah,
As far as
definitely,
I'm concerned, tonight is the night Krypton died,
yeah,
and
yes,
that's
yes, yes.
it's horrific. It's sad. Um, it adds to the idea that these that this is a story that is always happening,
Hmm.
um, that is always turning, and that new plots that the cycle is repeating itself in different forms, and this
Hmm.
is one form. of that telling.
Yeah.
Uh, and also Neil deGrasse Tyson is here.
And also Neil deGrasse Tyson is in fact here. Amazing. We then go into Action Comics number 15.
Hmm.
Yes, this is Superman at the End of Days. Um,
So here is where Morrison has to give a slightly more traditional narrative structure.
yes, yeah, we
Um,
need to we need to give some answers here as we go back to
they're still gonna do some madness in terms of timeline and
yeah, of
how
course. But essentially,
this
we need to start tying some of these issues together, and we see we open on this flashback to little Clark going to prom and
with Lana Lang.
mhm,
Um,
uh, uh,
and everything is happy and adorable. And Pa Kent is just helping this poor stranger who got stranded. You know, helping. Nothing bad's gonna happen from that.
yeah,
Yeah,
um, obviously drawn like our little imp man.
yeah.
Um,
The Imp's character's name is Vindictive. Vindictive.
Yeah, Vindictivix is how I always said it.
Vindictive. Yeah,
Yeah.
because it is it is it is it is the Star Wars ass school of naming evil characters.
I'm more once again thinking back to our Dark Knights of Steel episode. I know it's not a Martian, but Kestrel saying that Martian names are just regular words spelled stupid.
Yes, that's true.
Which- yeah. But this is Vindictivix, and we go back to the present day as a fellow.
Importantly, the Mars trip hasn't happened yet.
Yes, and as a
We've known that Nixley is also of the fifth dimension for
mhm,
a while now.
yes.
So she's gonna outright say, yeah, so like, yeah, this guy's been gunning for you.
Mhm.
I've been helping. Like, he's also been for him he's been attacking you linearly, but for you, uh,
It's
it's been all across the timeline. Like,
yeah. And as we do that, we start cutting to other points. Gotta keep yawning. Cutting to other points in Clark's life and Superman's career. We
one of
see
the big ones being the end of days, sort of a post-apocalyptic. Uh, I want to say partial tribute to Jack Kirby and Kirby's own Commandy at End of Days DC legacy there.
yeah.
Um,
Um. Oh,
basically, Superman's in a most dangerous game situation.
yeah.
Um,
And we see a couple of familiar faces. I forget these characters' names. The ones with the different color speech bubbles from the end of Volume One, I believe. I forget what they are now. But that group, we see the little girl from I believe the second volume. Metalek is back. All these familiar faces that are getting for Superman that we've seen throughout this run. We are cutting back and forth between that and Clark's conversation with Nixley, and her background with Vindictivix, and of course the one and only Mr. Mixius Spitlick. Our boy. I love the way I don't know if it's Rex Morales or Brad Walker here, but doing this design for Mixius Spitlick. I like the especially otherworldly look of the black eyes there, and like this especially like alien design with the pointed ears and all that. Um,
yeah,
it's a
let's do the fifth dimension as the Fae explicitly.
yes,
Like,
yeah,
there's
definitely,
not to say that there hasn't always been a trickster like Fey aspect to Mixie as a villain, like, and as a character villain. He is a villain,
yeah,
but I'd argue
uh,
he's kind of he's kind of his best when he's at an amoral trickster. Like, he
yeah,
doesn't he had like he has good. He knows the difference between good and bad morality. He's doing good things. He's also from the fifth dimension, so good means something different. Like,
yeah,
um, and very much the whole idea in this sort of rewriting of history is that this is all a trick. this is all a trick. Um, this entire story, this entire saga that Morrison has been telling is a trick. Um, that 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 Mixie is kind of pulling for the king because we're eventually going to get the um, and some of just some great backups and the idea of what Mixie Spitlick's greatest trick could possibly be.
Hmm.
Um, and basically, Vindictivix is just kind of jealous. Like this entire thing is
and
this
and and
this
and
this
and, and,
villain.
and, and for an imp to cause that much commotion, I mean, yeah, that's all you really need is just a simple jealousy plot line, and that's
Yeah,
all it is.
I mean, I get it. Mixie pulled a universe out of a hat. Um, my God, the art is
Yeah.
it does it. It's weird. It's insane.
Hmm.
Uh,
Um, and again, I wish there was a bit more of a breakdown as to who was doing what particular part of these issues. Because I especially love I want to say this is Rags Morales doing the prom sequences because I really like these as well. Because after we get more of this backstory with Mixie and Vindictivix, we go back to once again like Clark's prom with Lana, um, and how that is one of the time periods that Vindictivix uh is visiting, and in this prom sequence, then also we get this idea of Ma and Pa dying the night of, and that
because Vindictivix,
yeah, because of him
I don't want
fucking
to say
with.
killed them explicitly.
I mean, he might have. He
He
might have.
might have. I think it's more of the let the dominoes fall where they may. Um, I do love also in the backstory of between Mixie and Vindictivix how until the very end it's very fantasy, but then suddenly it's insane sci-fi high concept weapons like
Yes,
uh
yeah.
he stole three sublime weapons left over from Chromo Conflict 2: the Nothing
Mhm.
Coat, the Imaginator, and the Million Pointed Multispear.
And the way,
I guess Dr. Doofenshmirtz was on one side in this war and probably lost.
yeah,
um
yeah, yeah. But there's also something so charming about making this because usually the fifth dimension is so big and impossible to understand, and for a normal human mind to wrap their brain around. But also, it becomes so literal then, and there's something infinitely funnier about making it so tangible and understandable of making these literal weapons. It's
um
I like that aspect of it of it a lot.
in a lot of ways I think it's apt to reference Doctor Who. It reminds me of the scene in the Robots of Death with the explanation for the TARDIS, like
But
which
yes,
box,
yeah.
which it's the logic of which box is larger, and there's a large box on the console but a small box in the foreground, and the small box is larger because if you could just keep that small box here and that large box there, that large box could fit in the small box. Um, and that's fourth dimensional engineering. And that's how Morrison's playing it.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
It's good. It's good. It's a simple explanation to an impossible conundrum, and I like that a lot.
and in
Um,
playing it that way, page by page, Morrison's changing genre and changing the mode of storytelling.
mhm.
And I think that's why people get tripped up. And part of my, I don't, people don't talk about this book. It, it's overshadowed by All Star Superman, and like, yes, Star Superman is perfect and
It is.
amazing.
It truly is. um,
But
yeah, no,
this
yeah.
is
This is
also just as interesting and is basically taking the things that Morrison couldn't do in All Star Superman and doing them and getting it published monthly,
yeah.
almost as like again because Vindictivix also there's also the read of him as an angry fanboy.
Yes. Oh God,
There's
yeah.
like he's drawn like a petulant little nerd, like
Yes.
petulant little white nerd.
Yeah.
Um, like
Um, yeah.
was
Uh,
was this being released now? Probably be shrieking shit about the culture war.
Yeah.
Um,
But also like that doesn't stop Vindictivix from being a threatening villain. The
no,
second to last
incredibly effective villain.
the second to last page of this issue is him just fucking shooting Mrs. Nixley in the head. Like,
And Nixley knows it's coming. Like
yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
well, this is what's gonna. It's gotta happen.
She
Like,
looked straight down the barrel. It's a great moment. Really
and
really good stuff.
Nixley's been such a. I don't want to say a fun character. Such an
Mhm.
interesting character. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
and such a
Um,
human character, despite being from the fifth dimension.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
like,
definitely.
uh,
Um,
like you can
yeah,
tell she's lost her love and has been dealing with it, but knows that somehow it's going to be okay, just as long as she plays her part.
yeah.
Um,
And then our big end of issue cliffhanger is Zaju is back working with Vindictive X, haunting Clark across these three different time periods: prom, present day, future, and that is where the main story ends. But of course, we have a backup, which is, if I can find it, because
for my next trick,
for the
for my next
trade
trick,
the trades. There we go for an extra. That's what it is. Oh
I'm just going
man.
to call out real quick on this backup. Jordy Belair. Oh, the
Oh
colorist
god.
that you are.
Yes. Oh
Um,
god. Yeah. Yup.
I
Beautiful.
got very
Beautiful.
excited when I saw Belair's name in the credits at the top of the book. So because I like to check and just gave him this because this isn't a retread. It's not a retread of the story that we're told.
No, no. There's context added. Like yeah.
This is
It is.
let's add context to Nixley and sh- how she loved Mixie. Like,
Yeah. Oh, it's so sweet. There's this really sweet story there. Um.
also just the escalation of the trick, starting with a classic like pulling something out from behind, like simple sleight of hand, to pie in the face,
Yep.
pie in the face.
Yes.
Uh,
Oh, so good. And yeah, that escalation
but like,
go ahead.
and I love that the relationship is between our lovers is it's one real time. No, you can see who I am, and you treat me like a person. Like it's
Hmm.
just that mutual people who see each other for who they really are. Um, Something that is also at the core of a big romance that wasn't allowed at the time because Dan DiDio decided, what if we put Superman and Wonder Woman together because we're
I
rebooting the universe.
I don't know what you're
Uh,
talking about, Jacob.
that's the Clark and Lois relationship. Like they see each
I don't know
other for who
what you're
they are.
talking about. Who could possibly stop such a thing?
Who does stop that relationship in the end? Is it
No. Who could possibly stop Clark and Lois from being a thing? Who could possibly prevent that from ever happening?
King with a false crown?
A king who wears the most powerful crown of all,
With a
a,
false crown.
a god among men, a Burger King. He truly is.
King Dan DiDio.
I love him. I'm sorry. I can't help but love the man because of how stupid and ridiculous he is. I don't know, man.
If ever there was a problem with DC Comics between 2011 and whenever the fuck DiDio left,
It
nine
was.
times out of ten, it's DiDio's fault.
I can't
Every
blame the man for anything. He's too perfect. Uh,
everything comes back to DiDio.
Dan DiDio is my wife. All right, let's go into Action Comics number
Wait,
16.
I have a couple of other things.
Oh yeah, sure.
I also I love that falling in love. That's not the greatest trick. Like,
It's the kid. It's the kid.
yeah,
I
it's
like it.
having a
Yep.
kid,
Yep.
and it's like mm, mm. And also, this very much idea that like, is that really the greatest trick? Could the greatest trick just be an escape act, perhaps,
Yeah.
from mortal death?
Yep.
Um, I just
Um,
so many ideas. and we're only halfway through. Like,
Yeah. Let's keep it going with Action Comics number 16. As we hop in, we are once again hopping into we're going to the far future, the far future, with
far,
our
far future,
yes,
but
far
also the
future.
present. Oh, but no, but also the future, because also this one, Grant
Yes,
Morrison likes the death. I think Grant Morrison likes the death of Superman,
I think Grant Morrison loves the death of Superman, dude. Oh my
but I also
god.
think Grant Morrison hates death in comic books and what that has become.
Well,
Um,
yeah. God, here's the thing: the death of Superman is a brilliant story. It really is.
it's really good.
It's
It holds up. It yeah,
like
like
the Death and Return of Superman. What was the most shocking? Or I fuck it still is. What is still the most shocking, most publicized death in all of comic book history? Ended up being a story that solidifies Clark as the old Superman as the ultimate comic book character, as the ultimate superhero. Is something that confirms his status as a paragon. You know, it's a brilliant story. It really is, and I think that is why Morrison loves it so much. It's good shit. It's really good shit. So yeah, we're gonna talk about that as we get into this, but we'll put on a little Legion of Superheroes era
or
flash
post
forward.
Legion of Superheroes era because it's the remnants of the Legion. Uh, like this is the bad timeline. Fascism
Mhm.
has won,
Yeah.
and it
Um,
is every 1980s cyberpunky like sci-fi film that you can think of is this world. Uh,
mhm. Things are bad.
and
Things have gone bad, and we want to change the way that things have gone. So we
by
begin.
sneaking into the old Legion headquarters, by doing something that no one would expect the Legion of Superheroes to be dumb enough to do, but they do it
What, going back in
anyways.
time again? Crazy, I know, crazy concept. But we go back a little bit. We go to I love the way the narration kind of does it. The AD yesterday, the first age of superhumanity. We get a little homage to the golden Superman statue with the eagle on his arm.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. And this is one of the few times we see Jimmy and Lois. Hi, Jimmy and Lois.
Look at them. Look at them. Um, I do, of course, love the title of this issue though, which is "The Second Death of Superman," and there is even like a bloody New 52 Superman logo there, emulating our Death of Superman era stuff. Um, very
Because
cool.
yeah, something crashes to Earth. Uh, and this is where time kind of splinters.
Yeah,
Superman was on Mars. Superman was on Mars.
and now he's here
He's here.
along with
He
Zaju.
asks, yes, he asks Lois to find Mr. Triple X before it's too late. Um, and time itself is unstable. Like the seasons are changing before Lois and Jimmy's eyes.
Mhm.
Uh, Superman is basically doing Silver Age Superman dialogue in a
Yes,
story that is explicitly homaging 90s Superman. Um,
yes,
and
uh,
suddenly we have Susie, who is
yes. Who's
here
back?
to be a menace
And still carry that connection with Lois that was very present from before.
and
Uh,
Lois offers her redemption. Like
mhm.
there's there's also just this idea of uh, that people can be redeemed if they take it.
Yes.
Um,
Mhm.
certain
Um,
people aren't going to take it, but
no, of course
that's
not.
besides the
Um,
point.
I also love the way the art shows Zadu slowly like
Falling apart.
yeah, I really enjoy that. I think that's very cool. We get some great action there because of it. We have the arrival of Vindictivix in full red skinned demonic form. I love the whole like split arms, eyeballs held in the hands, suited version of this character. Just a really
Uh,
great design. Very fun
yeah,
stuff.
and he wants he is so fucking jealous of Mixie at this point. Like,
Mhm.
where he's just like, I want to give you my greatest trick, which is dumb. It's intentionally dumb. It's my his greatest trick is I'm gonna give everyone eternal life if you just don't accept Superman's help. Forgo the help of another human being, and you be selfish. Um, be selfish, forsake altruism, and you will have eternal life. Uh, I love that as a deal. It's so
Mm.
dumb. It's
Yeah.
so dumb.
Hmm.
And yet, and yet, it's from a certain point of view, eh, how evil does come into the world. People just sometimes being a little selfish.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
eh,
And also once again it goes a long way to show that that really fun dichotomy of again, like, super powerful extra dimensional character like Vindictive X having a really narrow mind and not really thinking further beyond, oh well, what would a person want? Oh, they'd want eternal life, right? That's it, here's what I will offer them. Think that not imagining that there could be more to life than that, and I really enjoy that idea. Really cool stuff. But we continue this conflict
this
with
beat
Clark,
down with our three, with um,
our bad guys that I'm
with our
forgetting the name of, not Zabi, but
Kryptonite
the
Man
others.
blue, green, and Kryptonite Woman red. So we can,
Hmm.
use blue Kryptonite to try to break Superman's spirit.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, there's there's a lot here. There
Once,
is.
once again, this is the same person that wrote Final Crisis. This is like you could see. This is where I think you can see really a lot of that in there, in just that, like, I mean, but my favorite one
Well,
from all. Go ahead.
because this attack is happening at all points in the for all intents and purposes at all points in the timeline. This is happening AD now. Um,
Mhm.
like this is where, like, Morrison's not going to break the narrative.
No,
Like,
no.
narrative's not
But
going to break.
yeah, and when I make that Final Crisis comparison, I'm not even necessarily talking about the breaking the narrative thing. I think my favorite moment in all of Final Crisis is the gravestone. It's the to be continued moment. It's just that idea of Superman being far more than just we're gonna break Superman's spirit. It's like, you can't fucking break Superman. You can't do that. The story
You can't
goes
do
on.
that.
It
Story goes
is.
on.
Yeah,
Crypto shows up
yeah.
to save his best friend.
Hmm.
Um, uh, and because of everything that's happening, um, Mixie is dying now, like in the
Yeah.
future,
Yes.
like
Which
uh,
so
Mr.
again,
Triple X. That
such
is
such a fun idea. But yeah, we have that. We have Jimmy even getting a little, like, action moment here as he takes on one of our bad guys in the process, while Lois
yeah. He takes on
finds
Decker and just this just tackles him.
yeah.
It's gonna get stabbed, and then of course, because it's Lois fucking Lane, and there's a fire extinguisher nearby. Yeah,
Lois Lane is gonna Lois Lane, and so she does that. She goes to Mixie then, trying to get answers as to how he can help. We then flash back a little further
to the
to.
day before yesterday. Oh,
Mhm,
oh, hi Lex. Hi Lex. What have you
mhm.
been building? Oh, you've been building an anti-Superman weapon. It's
It's
like
called what's that? It's called Super Doomsday. Yeah. We have this giant robot figure with an
and
X
Lex is
out
also just like,
Superman
wait,
symbol.
nope, this is a problem. I didn't want this. I didn't want this. Uh, like, that's very funny. Mixie wakes up
Um,
just as the Legion shows up. Like,
yes. And just as that is happening, our Super Doomsday weapon is going after Clark. Is our big our big sort of cliffhanger. I love the dialogue though. I love the "it's all over, ready to die, Superman," and Superman saying, "Actually, I think I have other plans." It's a cliffhanger that is, oh, here's the big end of issue cliffhanger. Here's our big robot going after Superman, but also again just that tinge of like, no, like you can't beat
Actually,
Superman.
this
It
is where
is.
we're going to turn the script
Mhm.
because, like,
um
why?
yeah,
Um,
absolutely, absolutely. Does the Omni include the taglines at the end of the issues?
yes, yes.
You
To be
cannot, you can't
concluded. You cannot miss
not.
Superman and the Fiend from Dimension Five.
Great. It's so
Um,
good. It's so good. Um, but yes, we have our next backup then, which is
which is the Grant Morrison like Star Trek and Blake Seven at the
yes,
same time.
Grant Morrison. You mean Charlie Fish does?
So it's Charlie
um,
Fish. What else
yeah,
has Charlie Fish written? Like,
I'm not sure actually. I don't know. But yeah, this is
are
a
we? I was going to say Charlie Fish has to be a real person.
yes. Oh yeah.
This isn't just
Yeah.
Morrison under a pseudonym. Uh,
No, no, I don't think so at least. Um, but no, this is future tense. The Tales of the Legion of Superheroes. I always love a classic sidebar of a roll call for our heroes in this issue.
also,
Um,
I think it's also important to note, like, this is at a time in publishing where the Legion aren't a thing.
oh yeah, yeah.
Like the the Legion of Superheroes is one of those things that just kind of gets neglected by DC.
I mean,
Like,
I got
I've
even right. I mean,
noticed.
also even right down to the Death of Superman homage. Like this is another thing that was being neglected in the New 52 was Doomsday's existence. I think at the time this is only just right around when Doomsday was being reintroduced into continuity with
Yeah, because this would
with
have been about a year and 3 months
yeah. I'm
into the
trying
New
to I'm
Fifty
trying to remember
Two.
what year Superman and Wonder Woman started because that's the book where Doomsday was reintroduced, and I think it was a little bit after this. I could be wrong because that was where Zod and Doomsday were reintroduced into continuity, and it's such a weird. The Zod stuff isn't bad, but the Doomsday stuff just I cannot stand, dude. I do not like.
2013.
Yeah, okay,
So
yeah, so we're a little bit off then from
I
Doomsday
was gonna
being
say because I
reintroduced.
think this run ends. Oh, it looks like late 2013. So this would
Yeah,
have
so
been this would have been all wrapped up by
by that point,
before that book
yeah,
started
yeah.
releasing.
Yep. But yeah, anyway, we have this Legion backup. It's a simple story. It's a simple
It's
Legion of
simple.
Super.
Uh,
Yeah,
I hate to say it might be the weakest of the backups, if only
I think it
because
is, but it
if
is
only
one.
because
It,
it's simple, and I don't think it ties in as the backups work their best when they're tying into the issue that just came before, and this is the one that
I mean, in this particular tie-in, this is a hey, we had an issue about the Legion of Superheroes. Let's do a Legion of Superheroes thing. Um,
yeah.
but
Um,
that's fine.
but also where the
Uh,
Legion are manipulated by Vindictivix, um,
mhm.
basically, basically into getting him elected president.
Yeah.
Um, like
Um, Again, which is
uh,
cool. It's a cool little backup. I
the
enjoy
little
it,
back
but
love the threatening nature of the villain. Um,
yeah,
like
yeah,
just the I'd like a mind fuck in a story. Like I am a sucker for using a mind fuck to explore
you're
something.
you're a sucker for a mind fuck, Jacob. Keep on going. But but no, it is a good backup. I do enjoy it. Um, but you're probably right. It probably is the weakest backup of the six,
Uh,
I think. Um,
I do like that Chris Sprouse and Carl Story's art is very Liechtenstein esque in terms of
mm.
uh, it's very pop art.
Yeah,
Um,
it's very era appropriate. Yeah, makes
yeah.
sense.
Um,
But yeah. Uh, Moving on to the next issue. Then we have
it's taking down an assassin who really they should just let the assassin happen. Like it's like this you guys made a bit of a mistake.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. Um, but we go into Action Comics number 17. Then our second to last issue. We open on a flashback. The night
of
of next.
Monpa dead in a car crash.
Yep.
Uh,
Pa
the
hangs on
pause
for
hangs
a
on
little
just a little
bit
bit.
longer.
Yeah. Again, part of this is also just going back to that the earliest days of Ma and Pa Kent from the Golden Age, where yeah, they're
Mhm.
both dead
Yeah. Oh yeah.
before Clark goes to Metropolis.
Yeah.
Um, uh, and I very much, um, and this time it's not a it's not a heart attack that kills Kent.
Yeah,
It's a car crash that just
that
Clark
just
wasn't there to save.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. And
which
that's
I
also that should always be the key thing of Mon Pa Kent's of a Kent's death should be that
yes,
it's something that Superman can't stop with all his powers. That's the lesson there.
and
Um,
Morrison tells the reader that this is all part of Vindictive X's plan because Pa saw angels gathering her up. Like,
yeah, yeah,
oh yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that's what you saw. That's what you saw, Jonathan.
Yeah,
Um,
we do also give Pa Kent a bit of an Uncle Ben moment here with he has the no man on earth has the amazing powers you have. Promise me you'll use them to become a force for good, a champion of the downtrodden. Never give up the fight to make the world a better place, son. It's a sweet little moment there that I enjoy. Um, but we then get back into our fight against this giant robot that Lex has created. We get this gorgeous 2-page spread with these kryptonite chains around Clark. Really really cool sequence here. And the bulk of this sequence here is just action. It's good stuff. We are flashing back and forth with that and the Legion traveling back in time. Going to see Mrs. Nixley.
Trying to
And
find the point where his parents died,
mhm,
um, and they do. Um, they
they
arrive slightly too late. Um, and then we see one of the deals that Vindictive Mix makes. First off, he's a teetotaler. He doesn't drink alcohol,
mhm.
which again, it's just this fast. It adds this layer of just ugh to this guy. Like,
Judging someone for not drinking alcohol. I see how
well,
it is,
because it's
Jacob.
presented as this like moral superiority thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's just
Just the way you worded that.
holier than thou. It gives me an ick. Like,
Yeah.
just ugh. um
But yeah, we do see that he was like working with Glenn Morgan, back at the very start of the run, which is an interesting little way to like also sort of tie things together. And we get
he's
all
been
that kind
taking
of that.
little things out of time. And then, despite everything, something doesn't go to plan. I didn't think this was going to come back. I'm glad it does. Uh, I didn't expect a guy still the boy that stole Superman's cape. Like,
Yes, yeah.
like he needs an army of Superman haters. Sure,
But it's just a guy finding the cape and thinking, "Oh, cool, nice cape," and
this
that's
cape.
it. That's
Like,
it.
that's it's just
And he cannot imagine that somebody wouldn't feel utter hatred for Superman in their hearts over this. And it's just like no, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing.
and that's what narratively breaks him.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Truly amazing. I love that. Just showing how small and empathetic this ridiculously powerful being is. Um, good stuff.
and that little bit of empathy has ripples, and that ripple means we do basically the Spider-Man 2 thing of the people of Metropolis coming to get the chains off of Superman. Like,
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. Good stuff. They do that. We get a proper square off with our robot here as Clark strikes back against it. We say farewell to our Legion as we begin closing this out and saying farewell
we say
to.
farewell and hello to the Legion because they've been going through their own history, trying to like
Mhm,
moments being just a little bit too late. But then they
mhm.
show up right at the right time in the hospital.
Yep.
Um, and as this happens, like the Superman robot becomes more of a Superman. Like
Yeah.
it,
Literally
it,
looking more and more like Superman,
it's a reverse cyborg Superman situation where
but
the
then
face
also
peels away to reveal Superman.
Well, to
Uh,
reveal Superman, but then also have those bones protruding, and it looks like Doomsday, which
yeah.
is such a cool. I almost said stupid. It's not stupid. It's actually brilliant. It's such a cool idea. I really, really love that. Just Morrison gets it. But that is where the issue ends. Sorry, actually, no, as Lex shows up in this giant robot, proclaiming that nobody kills Superman but Lex Luthor, which is a whole thing, which ends the main story of the issue. Uh, Going into our second to last backup, which is gotta flip all the way to the end again.
It
Uh,
is
it's something.
goodbye. It's goodbye.
That's right.
It's
Oh man,
goodbye.
this is beautiful. I love this. Oh my
We
god.
go a little bit earlier on prom night because poor Clark Kent can't. Poor 17-year-old Clark Kent. You can lift a tractor over your head and you still can't tie a bow tie.
Yep.
Um,
Uh,
and we're playing this in parallel with the things that have been happening in the story.
yeah. And Clark is talking to Pa in the past before
And
prom.
he's a teenager. He doesn't want to say goodbye. Like doesn't
Mhm.
want to leave. He doesn't want to leave home. That's scary and big.
Yeah.
Um, and it's
And
like, well, yeah, you kind of have to though. None of us can say the future brings. And then suddenly, oh hi, Superman.
yeah, Clark switches places with his future self for a moment. And also I gotta know what little Clark was doing in future Superman's place, but that's unimportant right now. We have
There's no This is the sixth place after Action Comics 18.
yes.
So
um uh we have Clark here as Superman, older Superman, seeing Pa again. We get this beautiful conversation between Pa and Clark, and of course this affirmation of of who Superman is, which is really nice. But also this really the obvious moment of, oh, you're really excited to see me. Oh, there's a reason for that.
oh,
Oh,
I'm
okay,
dead. I
yeah,
am dead. All
yeah,
right, cool, cool. Don't tell me. Are you happy? And are you helping people? Uh, that's
yeah.
all I need to know.
Oh, it's so
Um,
sweet. I love it. Oh, it's so good. Um, just amazing. An amazing story. This might actually be my favorite backup. I love the crypto one, but this is the best one, I think.
oh, yeah, and then once this Clark switch is undone, they have the same conversation essentially.
Yeah.
It's
It's so good. It's so good. Um, oh man, beautiful, beautiful stuff.
I think this is also the most that Clark has been drawn as Christopher Reeve
I can see
specifically.
that.
Like,
I can see that. Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
yeah.
Just sweet. I love it. And a great way to transition us into our final issue for today with Action Comics 18. Let's bring it on home. So, opening where we left off with our Superman Doomsday robot thing, Lex having just arrived to destroy his own Superman Doomsday robot because, again, nobody kills Superman but him. Um,
And the narration very much tells us, yeah, this is a new American myth. This
mhm,
is Superman is the American myth. Like, let's be honest. It is uh, the like, at least of the 20th century. Um, it is kind of ingrained in the public consciousness, especially the American public consciousness, somehow, even if you've never read a Superman book, never seen a Superman film, TV show, spin-off, whatever, there are words from Superman that have just entered the English language, like kryptonite and
yeah.
Brainiac.
Mhm,
Like, that's what this is. I
yeah.
mean, even the phrase "truth, justice, and the American way." Um, everyone's heard that.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
like the so many things that So this is, and this is entire run has been Morrison's own version of that myth because myths are retold. So and the universe has been rebooted. So let's just retell this myth and tell it in a different way that feels both so different and so familiar.
Yeah.
Because
Because it does still take some big swings, this is still a strange, very Grant Morrison story, but uh, it is still the core of what Superman is and who that character is. Um, uh, and still fun to read. Like the issue opens after our ridiculous cliffhanger of nobody kills Superman but me. Lex is immediately stopped by this doomsday hybrid thing. And we get the rest of this sequence here as after Lex is defeated. First of all, our title page.
Also, Lex wasn't in the suit. Lex was controlling the suit remotely, which
Yes.
is the most Lex Luthor thing.
Yep.
Um,
Exemplifying what a coward he is. Um, yeah.
because this
So
is Superman's last stand. Uh,
I also really love that the writing and art credits are flipped, they're backwards, which is a really sweet touch on the 2-page spread, because of obvious fifth dimension shenanigans. Lovely stuff. But yeah, Superman's Last Stand, great 2-page spread, very fun stuff, and we get our sequence here of Superman taking on all of our various villains that have shown throughout this run, culminating, of course, in Vindictivix himself.
with
All while
a crazy monologue. Um, I love this idea. There's this one line where it's, I'll make coins of you. Your S a dollar sign. Because in some ways, Vindictivix is also very American. Um,
Mhm.
there's a lot of in conversations here. Like,
Yeah.
uh,
Um, Meanwhile, we're still following the Legion and Lois and Jimmy with Mixie in the hospital here, which is cool to see. We see uh, them trying to like help Mixie Spit like regain full control of his powers here. Um, um, as we are going
we
back.
then introduce, we introduced Mixie Spitlick's son,
Mhm,
Ferlin Nixley, music therapist. Um,
amazing. um, and we're going back and forth between that and Superman's fight with the Doomsday creature. Um, all while we pick back up with Susie again. Summoning. I believe have we seen? I truly don't remember if we've seen these characters before in this run. I don't. I feel like we have. I don't remember now the ones that show up behind Susie here.
we definitely have. I'm just trying to remember
And it
when.
has been a while since
Uh,
I've read Volume 2, and I'm now I feel like for forgetting now. Um, hmm.
uh,
Either way, these characters all.
I mean, part of the whole idea is that like this is all a trick. Like
Mhm,
this is all a custard pie in the face that's being basically Uno reverse carded,
mhm,
um, just through the most, just on the level of fifth dimensions bleeding through to the second dimension of a book page. Um, like that's everything. Like despite everything, Vindictivus can't get the world to make a deal to just like get rid of Superman and like not take his help.
mhm.
Um,
And that is the thing that makes Vindictivix in the end powerless. Um, in that, like, Superman is still Superman. People still believe in that idea, and
and it's this idea
so
of all right, well, if we, if you've connected your mind to everyone in the world, um, and you're from the fifth dimension has rules. If you say your name backwards, you're banished, right? Like, and this is
and
a
so.
risky ending. Like, this is a risky ending to try to pull off, and Morrison pulls it off of
Mhm,
getting everyone in the world at once to do the impossible ones and perceive their names backwards as
mhm.
the right thing, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Um, like, and of course, Morrison uses several names of several artists and letterers and
Of course.
professionals.
Yes, very
Um,
fun stuff. I do also like that Clark says both Kal-El and Clark Kent backwards, which is a very nice little touch there. Um, And of course, and also of course, like I mentioned earlier, leads really nicely and explains really nicely the credit page at the front of the issue, um, and utilizing that to banish Vindictive X, setting the world to right. We get this gorgeous image of Superman holding up a planet essentially.
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
uh,
Um,
Very cool image as we send our Doomsday
Holding up the
hyper
world.
thing. Yeah. Um,
Uh,
as we send that off into space. Um, and we send Vindictive X back to the fifth dimension. We get this nice little epilogue with him and Mixie. Very
Trying, Vindictivix trying to be like, he killed the king. It's like, no, no, we saw your trick.
yep,
Um,
yep.
so we're all gonna live happily ever after. Um,
In the fifth
you know,
dimension, that is,
in the fifth dimension.
as happily ever after as you can there. Um,
Yeah, and then
uh,
and as we live happily ever after, we are also gonna go back to the beginning where this all started.
yeah.
Um,
Uh, we get a nice little flashback to Jarell and Lara and their son on Krypton. Um, we get to see
Basically,
Nixley.
Superman is falling through time. Like that's
Mhm.
what's happening
Yeah,
from his beginning. Um, we get
essentially
several.
witnessing his timeline in a moment as Vindictive X saw it. Um, and coming crashing through it all, even flying past Lois in one final moment here before the final page is him crash landing with Crypto. Um, beautiful last page.
Beautiful final page.
Yeah,
Um, and equally beautiful final backup.
yeah. We have a dialogueless final backup here, um, or mostly dialogueless.
Mostly
Very long about
dialogueless.
it.
Basically, of in the future, how's Superman going to be remembered? Um,
And he
a lot of
inspires
different
people.
ways.
A very simple but also a very simple answer. It is that he inspires people as he always does. And also, of course, we get the All Star Superman thing of the faster than a speeding bullet, Dune planet, look up in the sky. Like, what are the things that people remember as Superman? You know, Man of Steel, Man of Tomorrow, Lesson of Krypton. You know, like just these things that are synonymous with the character, and that make him an inspiration to everyone. It's a beautiful ending as we are in the era of the Legion of Superheroes, and we see how these kids are inspired by that story. Um, and of course, the final words of the story are fitting. You know, it's the fights for the fights a never-ending battle for truth, justice, and the American way. Um, the image of Clark sort of like winking back at the kid then in this moment, um, just really sweet.
This is yeah, because
It's
Superman
it,
will
it's
never die.
Yeah,
Um,
yep. To be continued, as it were. Um,
yes,
yeah.
and in the
Oh,
immediate next issue, a new team came in, and I think did more basic New 52 stuff, which is
I've never bothered reading it, so I do not know. But yeah, that is that. That's Action
just
Comics
that.
by Grant Morrison and Charlie Fish. That's all of it. Closing thoughts on the volume, on the run as a whole. What else might we have to say?
Um, it deserves to be in conversation with All Star Superman just as a run as the whole.
Mm,
Think again, the individual volumes are interesting because it's very much I think the whole is greater than the sum of its parts.
mm,
Like the three different volumes, like they tell a complete story, sure, but it's also just this tiny part of something bigger. Um, you know, Grant Morrison being Grant Morrison, uh, it has all of the Morrison hallmarks,
mhm.
but also is very much let's let you sit with that and let you deal with it and end with basically um basically still that idea that it's going to endure. In a way, it feels like it's like the ending is also in conversation with the New 52 as a whole. That eventually we'll be coming back to the stories that everybody loves.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
also telling new stories because that's what people do. Um, like I, I don't think Morrison really liked the New 52.
A lot of people didn't. And look,
Yeah,
I think a lot of good stuff came out of the New 52. I really do.
yeah. Well,
Um,
as a whole, though, it's kind of you know
I mean,
a
I think most people writing for DC at the time were not so much mad at the New 52's existence as they were at the editorial team of the time, that only lasted for like maybe like a year into the New 52's existence, which is when you see a lot of those shakeups and changes towards better things in that era. Um, so you know it. There's oh man, it's a complicated time, to say the least. But of course, I don't think it is a time that Morrison even wants to look back on hatefully, because Morrison was still firm in their own beliefs of what makes these stories so beloved by so many, and why these stories continue on the way that they do. Um, there's a lot of heart in here, and I don't know. For nothing else, I appreciate it for that. So
um,
it's good shit. It's good shit. It really is. What else is there to say? Maybe there is
um,
something else to say. Do you have anything else to say?
go by the Omni. I think the Omni's
Oh
still in
yeah,
print.
I think so.
Um, because it's the Omni is just like the it's best read as a whole. It's best read as like a whole uh a whole collection. Uh, and it's really good. People need to talk about this more. Like
Yeah, and
they,
I'm glad we've
they
taken the
don't.
time that we have to give this run the love that it's so rightfully deserves. So yeah, I guess that's that. Very cool. Well, we are nearing the end of this current DC block. We are coming towards the end.
Yeah,
We are changing up the
2 more
schedule.
episodes.
2 more episodes to go. They are both continuations of things that we've covered in the past. So, Jacob, I think it's time if you'd like
It's time.
to take a stab in the dark and see what we might be covering next time. Stab away, my friend.
Yeah. So my stab in the dark is just I again, it's something we're continuing. I think since we just today we finished one run. I think next time we need to finish another run and another prong of the Trinity with George Perez's Wonder Woman. We have one more volume. I think we're wrapping that up next time. That's
That's it.
that's my
And
guess.
that's it. You don't have any other guesses? You don't want
That
to throw
is
any
that
other
is the
darts?
guess I am hanging on. I'm ready for them to be like egg on my face. I'm wrong.
Jacob, you know that only ever having one guess has not turned out for you well in the past.
Yes.
um,
I'm fully ready to be wrong here because that would be funny.
well, hey, I think what might be infinitely funnier is if for once you were right, actually, and you are.
I'm right.
So,
Okay.
yes. Yes, next time we are finishing George Perez's Wonder Woman with Wonder Woman by George Perez, Volume 6. This is basically just the War of the Gods story. That'll wrap things
Yeah.
up. So, yeah, it's a complicated thing. We'll talk about it next
That,
time.
yeah. This that's that. Here's the thing. I know some of the backstory to
Yeah,
this,
the story's existence is troubled, and you may find some of that bleeds into the story itself. But it is
and
still
it's
George
not
Perez.
Perez's fault.
It is
It's
not.
not Perez's
It is.
fault.
It is not, but the story does kind of suffer for it. But we will talk about that next time. And hey, you can't hate just having more George Perez in your life. So we'll talk about that next time. And that will be on our last DC episode after that. For the time being. So I guess that's that. Let's get into some promotions. Jacob, what do
Yes.
you have going on in your life right now, my friend?
I mostly have my blog, where I have definitely at the time that's coming out. I have last week I reviewed. Speaking of finishing things, I finished the main books of the High Republic for Star Wars. With
Woohoo!
Trials of the Jedi. Had a
Good.
fun time with it. It was good. It was very good. I've also been reviewing Star Trek: The Next Generation. Time of this coming out, I will have just done an episode called Clues. I don't know
Clues.
if it's good. Don't know if it's
It's a good
bad.
one. It's a good one.
It's
It's a
good.
good one.
It's a good
Yeah.
one. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, really good stuff. Very good. Likewise, I am also reviewing Star Trek: The Next Generation with my brother through video reviews here on Bloodhound Studios. We are our most recent review at the time is, oh God, The Devil's Due,
Devil's
Devil's Due,
Due.
Devil's Due, which is a fine time. It's all right.
It
But
is.
also
It is an episode of TO. It's a decent. It's a really good episode of TOS.
it's an episode of, isn't it also an episode of was it Phase 2 basically? That's what it started as. Was an episode of Phase
Yeah,
2?
basically. Yeah.
Yeah, which
Uh,
is crazy. But yeah, but likewise, we have also done a review for Clues as well. If you want to get that over on Patreon, patreon.com/Blood Studios, you can always get the next review that we have coming up a week early over on Patreon. So if you want to go watch that review now, you can absolutely do that, as well as a number of other really cool things over on Patreon. We also do exclusive Star Trek: The Original Series commentaries over there. We have at the time of this coming out, we have our last commentary was The City on the Edge of Forever. Our next one is Operation Annihilate, which will be the end of our rewatch of season 1 of the original series. We're going to season 2 after that, as the commentaries do start to become tri-weekly. So similarly to Fresh Face Comics. That's there as well. Also on Patreon, we also have Fresh Face Extras. It's even more of the podcast you're listening to right now. We just kind of talk about whatever, not strictly comics. This time we talked about I wrote a book. I wrote a first draft of a book, and that's out. That is a thing I'm working on right now.
we both had a very funny laugh at how long the initial manuscript is
Hey,
for stupid reasons.
look, you shut up.
It's very funny. It's
Uh,
very funny.
Also on Patreon, we do bad movie commentaries. We are fully caught up on bad movie commentaries because we were behind for a hot minute, but now we're caught up again. Our latest one was Phantasm with our friend Brian, which was a fun
Brian.
time. And we have our next one coming up this month, which is, I keep forgetting, is it Jaws
Jaws
2?
2. Jaws
Jaws
2.
2. That's the one. So check that out.
Jaws feels like a very July franchise.
It
Like,
does. It does scream summer, doesn't it? But
yeah.
yes, that'll be out soonish at the time it's coming out. So check that out when that is out. It's all on Patreon. But if you're not at any of those rewards, though, again, there are also very many of them. You can join our cadet tier. It's only $1 a month. It is the general support tier. It is only $1 a month. It gets your name down below on every video we put out. People are seeing it name down there. They're a cool person. They want to be a cool person too, and they'll join the Patreon because that is where cool people go. But of course, there's other stuff we do on the channel as well, like R2BD, our Star Wars show that I do with my brother. We are currently playing Jedi Survivor, and we'll have our video on that out either end of this month or beginning of August. Longer game, so we're trying to work our way through it. But also our latest reviews for The Mandalorian and Grogu and Maul Shadow Lord Season 1. Those are out already right now. You can check those out. Those are in a big R2BD playlist on there, as well as our coverage of the rest of the Cal Kestis saga up to this point. So there's all that. There's Fresh Face One Shots. This is a spinoff of this podcast. We cover current comics coming out. We cover Superman by Joshua Williamson, Wonder Woman by Tom King, Batman by Matt Fraction, and The Uncanny X-Men by Gail Simone. There's also a bonus episode of this show coming up next week. It is Supergirl 2026. We are talking about that. Me, Jacob here, and my brother Jacob. All of us had a great time talking about that. So that'll be out in between this episode and Wonder Woman next time. So check that out when that is out. As well as then there will also be a shorter extra segment on Patreon for that as well. I think that's it. Our socials are down below. Our link trees are there. You can follow us wherever you want to follow us. Be sure wherever you're listening to us on, be it Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, etc. Leave a rating, comment, subscribe, like, whatever you can do to support us. Be sure and do that. Any support is greatly appreciated, as well as just simply subscribing to the channel, Bloodhound Studios on YouTube. Any support there is greatly appreciated as well. So I think that does it for us today. Thank you all so much for listening. Until next time, this has been Joey Morgan.
Jacob Licklider.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.